Hello, this is Greg. Today my phone holder has been completely destroyed. This broke a while back. It's been dropped several times, and then last time this whole thing popped out. So I need a new one. This is how I go about making one. First, I need just basic dimensions, and these are just kind of rough. Let me bring the Tom Love in over here so I can see. But I kind of make a little poor man's square because all these phones have curves all over them. And I just basically just, this is a square edge. I push the ruler into it, let the phone sit right here, do another one over here, and get just, looks like about 148 millimeters that way. And we'll give it a little spin this way. Oh, move my ruler here. I don't have space for a drafting table. And this way it looks like we're not on camera. Well, I'm just going to have to do it. It's 72. 72 millimeters. Oh, I just dropped my pencil. .72 by 148. And the rest of the dimensions, the buttons and stuff, I can get mostly with the calipers and be fairly close. So what I'm going to use today is Design Spark. And then you'll have a blank screen, and you go up here to File, and then right below File is New. Over here is Design, and that gives you this plane. If you go up here to right underneath Design tab up here on the left, see my mouse moving? Plane View gives you a flat screen, and then we are going to just draw lines. I'm going to back this out a bit, and I want to look at the phone, like I would be, can you see that? Like I'd be holding it. So I want to look at it this way. So we'll go 72 across the top. And I need my keyboard. Enter. And then we'll draw another line down this way. And where the box is blue, I just have my keyboard and I'm putting 148. Enter. And then from here again, you go over and you can watch the little broken line. It'll go, there's a little box there when you're lined up. And 72 is our number. And then up here. And then we'll go over here to move. And then any line, just double click it. If you click it once, you can move the line. But if you double click it, you can move the whole square. So we'll move this up close into the center point. And then roll the mouse, come in. And everything I'm showing you is just how I do it. There's probably lots of ways to do it. This is just how I do it. And if you get right in close, you can get right up on the lines, and why not? You're here. Okay, now let's go back to here. I need the thickness of the phone. So for this, I will use a caliper, and this the camera sticks out highest on this one, so I'll just stick it on here and kind of get nice and flat. Don't push hard. This is about 9.4 millimeters thick, so we'll call it 10. So I'm going to make it 13 millimeters. I'm running out of pencils. 13 millimeters. So I'm going to go up here now. Just noticed you're not watching. I went through that. Let me go back. Why not? Let's go back a little bit. I think I go to here. This is where I was squaring it up and rolling the mouse. So I just rolled in and got it on the line. Apologies for that. And then I went to the home button right up here. And then I went to the pull, which is right next to the move. And then I double clicked a line. And it's a flat edge, so it's only going to give you this choice. You can either make it bigger or go up with it. So just go up. And once it's moving, just hold the mouse key, the left button down, enter your number, and hit enter. Okay, now we're caught up. Then you hit the control tab on the keyboard and click each one of these surfaces. And you're in the pull tab already. And now this one, you just pull it out. And I go 3 millimeters. Everything starts off at a baseline of 3 millimeters. Now, the biggest thing you have to remember now is your outside edge of the phone is in here, not out here. If you take measurements from out here, you have to add 3 or subtract 3, depending on how you're going, how you're measuring it. So be aware of that. So we're going to work on this side first. So I'm going to highlight this side. I'm going to go up to plain view, and that makes it face me. I'll be working up here at the top. And I'm going to take a measurement of number 1, how far. Let's see if I can do this and get you clicked back. What I'm doing is I have these buttons right here. Come here, Tom Love. I have these buttons right here. You can see how old this phone is. Right here. So I just want to take a measurement. How far is it between them? Give myself a little space. Let's say we'll make a line of 40 inches. Write that down. And then let me move my keyboard out of the way. Sorry about this. This is going to be a bit fiddly to do it this way, and you won't be able to see the measurements. It's the millimeter side. So I want to go down no more than about 15. 10. Yeah, I'm going to come down 15. So we have 40, 15, and then once I've came down 15, then I have to come down at least 60 to miss the bottom button. 60. Here's the buttons. I'm writing this down. Here's the, this is how I'm looking at this. Can I do this on here and make it look legible? Let's see. Okay, here's my buttons right here. I have a button here and I have a button here. I'm going to come down from, this is the outside edge. You see what I just did? I went right off the outside edge. Well, no, I haven't yet, but I have to remember the outside edge. So it's 15. So I'll come down, put a line in here to 15, and then a line over here to 60. And that will get me down to past the buttons, if that makes sense. So this one will be 15, this one will be 40, and this one will be 60. Keep it straight in my own head too. Okay, now this time let's go back to the desktop. All right, so this is the edge I'm going to work on. So we're going to go down to draw. And I'm going to draw a line from this edge. I can actually come in and take those 3 millimeters off right here. And then go this way, 15. 1.5 in the keyboard and enter. And then double click so you can move the mouse freely. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3. Yes, that is correct. So that's my 15. That's my baseline. So from here, I'm going to draw another line, 40 millimeters. 40 in the keyboard and enter. That's going to be the gap. Double click. And then I need another one from the full length. I'll go up a little bit right to here. Garbage man. 60. And that should work. That should give me the lines that, so this is the gap that I can take out of there. Now I should move this line That's kind of tight to the 15 right there. So if I take this, oops, sorry, double click that, go up to the Move tab, grab this line. I'm just going to pull it down. Yeah, because that should be about good. I'm going to leave it about right there. How about we'll pull it down 3 millimeters. There we go. Is that going to be right? I think it will be. All right, so let's go up here to pull. This should make sense, I hopefully now, and we're going to pull this edge up. Doesn't matter how far. I'm going to click the face of it and make it big, make a little block, and I'm just clicking the left mouse button when I am manipulating these things. And then I want to bring this edge up to this surface, so I click this button right here. Let me move it out of the way. This one right here. See it's flashing back and forth? I click this button, and you get this little symbol, and then click this, and that brings it right up to there. And then I can click this edge and pull the whole thing out, and I have a nice little space for my buttons on my phone. And if I did it right, this line, I go up here to the measure, this little caliper symbol right here, click on it, and that is 18 millimeters when it should be 15. So we might have to make a little adjustment. Let me take another quick measurement here. My keyboard out of the way. Come on. And it's like carpentry. Measure twice, cut once. So I'm going to take another quick measurement here. Put my headgear on. Make sure my old guy eyes aren't messing with me. And what I'm doing now is I just basically have the same little setup here. And so we have 10, 15, actually 18 will miss everything. But I like to give myself a little bit more finger room. And then my, this one here is backwards. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. My 60 mark, that's still good. So yeah, I'm just going to relieve this edge here. Let's go up here to the pull tab, and I'm just going to pull back, enter 3 on my keyboard, and remember to go back to the right camera, and I just back that up 3 millimeters. And then we should be able to click. Now right in here, see this little yellow and kind of hourglass looking one here in the middle? You want to click on that, and then you can highlight these lines and get rid of them. They're just marker lines to get those buttons lined up. And then we'll go back to home, and we're getting someplace. The next step is going to make a measurement for the charging port down here in the bottom. So on this, it's fairly simple. I just need an opening. That's why I put everything on a center line, because now all I need to do, where are we at here on the Tom Love? Right here. Here's the charging port. There's a microphone right there, and there's nothing else on here. The microphones have never been a problem, so I am just going to make a opening right here. Take calipers, open it up. A lot of charging ports are quite wide, so let's go, what if I went out to 20? How wide would I have to go to put that in? That's pretty wide. I want a little more. We'll go about 20 millimeters. It should be nice and wide there. Now, and this is kind of easy. So again, let's go back over here to the desktop. Click on this. Oops, let's go to pull. Click on this face. Go back up here to plain view, top left. and we're going to pull into here, and we need a 20 millimeter, write this down, 20 millimeters cutout right here. So we are going to make a square. We're going to, over here it says on the bottom, right now I'm down here at the bottom left, define rectangle from center. Well, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to draw a line. Let's go with a line, define line from center. So we'll go here, and we'll make a line, say, right here in the center. And now you see how it's going both directions. I need my keyboard back real quick. You want to make sure it's on a nice plane and hit 20 on the keyboard and enter. Double click that dot, and then we'll go up here to pull. And we're going to do the same thing as last time. We're going to click on the line, give it a plane, make it a block. Either way, it doesn't make any difference. And then I'm going to roll this out and kind of get a better angle as to what I'm doing here. Oh, cool. Now, if I triple click, let's make it clear. If I triple click this block, 1, 2, 3, and go up here to the top to the move button, now I can move this over the top of what I want to get rid of. And then we can take, I think I could probably be better off to just take this plane and bring it, go to the move key, and see if I can bring it down to this plane. And that did not work, did it? Not at all. So let's back that up. Right up here in the top left, all the way to the top, above the design tab, there's a backup key. That's that didn't work key. So let's pull this down to this, and then we can, sorry about all the jumping around here, and then we can take this and just remove it. And now it's gone. And go home. And now we have a phone charger port. And we have plugs. Now on the top, or on the top of this, there is a phone jack, but I never use it. The little right here, I never use those. And like I said, the microphone works fine. I've never had to. I've built many of them and wasted the time putting the hole in, and I've had several without, and it doesn't make any difference. People can hear me just fine. So I'm not going to worry about that hole there or the earphone, because it has Bluetooth and I have Raycons. So now let's go back over here to the webcam. This little thing, this little camera right here, I never use it, and I guess I'm just kind of nervous that it's going to get turned on. So I'm just going to take a little measurement here from the edge in, what is that, 30, and then from this edge down, say, what do we got here? From this edge down, say, oh, let's not take too much off, 15 by 30. And then I'm going to go back here. Let me write that down. 15, 30. Come on, make a 3 there. There we go. Now, I'm going to click this edge. And then I'm going to click plain view. And that flattens the edge to me. I'm going to roll it out. And wherever my mouse is, that's where it's going to move away from. If you want it to come right into the center, or you want right into a spot, just put the mouse right on it. So now I have to remember, I have to add 3 to each of my dimensions. So I actually want 18 by 33. So I'm just going to come up here and grab a box right up here and start at this corner. And I'm going to go in to 33. And if you want, when you're doing even numbers, you can not put it in the keyboard and just click this, double click, and you have a box. And you double click just so you can go away from it. If you don't double click, you can go up here to pull, it'll follow you. The line will follow you, but as soon as you click pull, it'll disappear. And then this little plane, and then you have this plane, and then you want to hold down the control key and click this one and go up 3 millimeters. Enter. You got this little block, and that will block it will just cover that camera. And it helps hold the phone in too. So dual purpose. Okay, now we want to flip the phone over, click this view. Now we're going to make a hole for the camera. Now this phone has this fingerprint thing on it. Now the camera I use all the time, so I'm going to need a 23 millimeter hole down. I'm going to do it just like this. I have this set on the edge and then go right to the edge of the phone. And it's on a bit of an angle, so when you lift this up, it's going to change it a little bit, but 16 millimeters is good. So 16, and then I'll come down from this back, so it's actually going to be 19. So I'm just going to put a +3 on here. So I understand, look back and I understand what I did. And then there's also a gap in between this fingerprint of about 6 millimeter. And it is 13 millimeter. 6, 13. And then I have to add 3. Okay, now, how big was this? Double check, 23. Is that what I wrote down? I didn't write that down. Well, I did it twice. 23 for the circle. Okay, now let's go back over here. So, another reason why I have this on the center line. So I'm going to draw a line from the top of it, and I'm going to come down 19. Keyboard, 19. That's going to take me to the top of my circle. So I'm going to double click that. Oh, well, I'll leave it this time. Now the circle is right next here. I'm just going to click on the circle, and I'm just going to come down here anywhere on the center line and make a 23 millimeter circle. And then I'm going to double click it. Oh, well, not yet, I'm not. I'm going to go to the move button up here at the top. No, excuse me. Yeah, move button, not pull. And I'm going to come into it kind of tight so you can see the whole circle. And I'm just going to come up and touch that line. That's where that's going to go. And then I'm going to go up here to the little yellow hourglass thing, click it, and get rid of that line. And that should put me right where my camera is. And then I need to come down from the camera. It was 6 millimeters, so I can probably just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm just going to do it with the boom, 6, enter. That's my, oops. Okay, go up here to back up and back up. Click it again and make a 6 millimeter line. It's straight. Double click. Now from here, there's the gap, and then I have another, actually I need to add this whole amount into here. From the bottom of that hole, I need to go down 20. I'm going to back up, and yeah, still on line. Let's go down 20. Double click. Okay, now what I did right there was I added this whole space together. What I'm going to do is cover up this fingerprint thing so I don't ever accidentally put my fingerprint on it. And so that will be a space in the middle. And I want to make a relief on the back of the holder so that you can push the phone in and out, and it saves on material. Definitely going to increase this space right here on it. That just snapped. So we'll go up here now. What I want now is an oval. It's right there. Shoot. I just did all of that and didn't change the camera back. Ah, well, here we go. Let's go back. This is what I did. From right here, I drew a line from the top down to here, and then I went forward, and then I got rid of that line, and then I went forward and made a line down 20, and then I made the oval, which is right here. The oval you make by clicking this button. Go over, click, and stretch, and you have an oval. Click it again, and then you're good. That will be your oval. So let's go back and get rid of that. And then, oh, it won't let me go forward anymore. Okay, well, we'll go from here then. Back, back. All right, from here, what I did was I went to the pull tab. Oh, no, I didn't. I went to the little hourglass and got rid of that line. And then I went to the pull tab and here, and then pulled those down so they disappeared, and went up here and went home. And that's where we were when I actually turned the camera back on. Apologies. I think by now you're getting the whole pull and everything. So now let's go back, and you should print out something like this and stick it on the phone. Let's see if I can remember to turn this off. And this one is about a 10, a radius of 10. So how I've been doing these, let's go back to here, is click on a line and pull it in. Now you see if you go 10 millimeters, it'll look just like that. And that does kind of match the curve of the phone. You can actually hold the phone up to it and see if it matches it. And this one does pretty fair. And that's it. Then you just go to this corner and just hit 10, enter. This one, 10, enter. This one, 10, enter. The phone should slip right into there. And then we go back over to this one. Now we need this little, you have another radius right here. So we just want to stick this on here until it kind of, I really don't like any of those. Let's make a small one. Let's do a 4. Even a 3 might, not a 2. A 3 should cup that nicely. 4 will give it a little more space. We'll go a 4. So now here we can just double click, and you see it highlighted all the way around to here, this point. Let's go back and let's clear that. What I did was hold on a line, double click, goes all the way around, and then we'll double click. I hold down the control tab and double click this side here, and that gives you all of them. And then you just put 4, enter, and it made the curvature. Nice. And that should be a nice little cup for the phone to fit into. It should fit nice and tight, but we are going to have a little edge here. Now remember, I'm 3 millimeters taller than the phone. That gives me some screen protection. You know, if it falls down and flat on the ground, it's not going to just, the screen's not going to just hit the concrete. You know, there might be a rock or two get to it, but it's not going to just smear across and scratch the whole thing. So I want to go right to here, this edge, make it a plain view. Now it's going to turn everything around where I'm looking at this edge right here. Oops, touched the wrong button. And let's roll this out, bring it up. And then when I go to draw a box, I click on the box, then that exposes this view. This lighted color is that back wall. So I know I'm 3 millimeters tall, so I'm going to go 2.5. We're going to come right across to here. We're going to put a box, or put a line. No, it's a box. Hold on. Let me go back. I'm going to go here and make a box right to here. There we go. Boom. And then we'll go back to pull and home. Gets it oriented again. And then we'll take it out and spin it around. And then this is just going to be a tiny little nub coming in 1.5 millimeters. Just very, ever so small. And then we're going to grab this corner. Well, actually, what we'll do on this one, I'll be fancy on this one. Let's get in closer here. Grab this and let's just pull it right in. Look at that. I like it. Hope I didn't just screw myself up. Okay, now let's see if we can give this now on this one here, you can right click and you have these choices up here for what you want to do with it. On this one, I want to make it a round. So I'll click on the round and we pull it up. Give it, no, just a little bit of a edge there. How does that look? That should be all right. Yeah. So I'm going to go 1.5. 1.5, enter. Okay, excellent. And the phone will snap in underneath of this pad, underneath of this one, and you can tighten it up. I'm going to use PLA. I can tighten or loosen this edge up with the heat gun and just kind of pull it in or pull it out however I wish. So that is the basic. That's all I need to do. That's all of my parts and pieces. So now I need to round it up. It has a 10 millimeter round in here, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to go with, this time I'm going to round them, say 4. So I want to click each edge, hold down, once you click one edge, hold down the control key and just go around the thing. Now if you want to go all 4 at a time, you let go of the control button, rotate it, push the control button, and click this one. And then all of them will round at the same time when you enter 4, which is the number I want. It gives a nice little round, but it still leaves some beef in this little corner for strength, because the other one, it just snapped right out of there. So, and then adding that edge all the way over, that should give it a little more strength too. Okay, so we have some rounded corners, keep the pockets from getting holes in them. Need to do the same on the back. I just double clicked it, and I don't think I'm going to get away with a 4 on the back, but I know I can get away with a 1.5 and it'll print nicely. What's a 2 look like? As long as it's still blue, I can go 2 and it just changes it and enter. I'll go 2. I like 2. It looks good. Okay. And then we'll do the same to the top. We'll double click this, hit control, and double click this, and then still holding control, double click this, and let's see if it'll let us have a 2. It will. And then how about, and that will put this, will it let us have a 2? Oh, look at that, it did. Nice. Now underneath of this edge, I want to add a little strength to it. So I want to go under it. Did that lock up the whole edge? Yeah, we can't do it that way. We have to do it right here. Just, I'm going to, oh, nope. Let's not do that. Maybe I am not going to be able to do that this time. Can I do it from here? There we go. That pulls out around. Yeah. If I go here, hit control and control, there we go. And we'll just add a 1 enter. Just a little 1 millimeter radius around there. It'll add strength to it, and it'll help it print a little easier. And support will come through this hole and support this edge. Let's go back to home, reorient. Okay, that's looking better. Now let's do this inside line here. Double click, hold down Control, double click, and double click. All right. Now this is going to get a 1. It's going to be almost a full round on that top. Okay. Now we're going to go here. I'm going to hold down Control, and I'm going to click this surface, and then the top surface. Then I'm going to right click the mouse, and oh, it won't give it to me. It won't let me do a full round. Okay, well, never mind. I guess I'm not showing that to you. So I'm going to highlight each line, holding the Control key down, and boom. And then I'm just going to pull them till they are a full round. There we go. It'll make it nice to print. And then these little openings right here, we can probably do something to make them look a little bit ergonomical. That's way too far. Let's just do a 4. That's what the radius on the inside is. And then double click all the way around and do a 1. Will it let me? Yes, it will. A little round. Nice. So we'll do the same thing down here. And that was a 4. Was it a 4? It was a 4. It's the same as I did on the inside. And a 1. Round them up. Let's go back to home. Boy, look at this. I'm getting ready to print. Yeah. All right. Set it at home. Let's go to File, Save As. And I'm going to save this one to my desktop. It is the, I'm just going to put Greg's phone holder by GB. And it's saving it to the desktop, and then I'm just going to save it. And that was the Design Spark file. That was this file that I'm working on. Now I'm going to save as again, only this time I'm going to hit the bottom one and save it as an STL to the desktop and save. Then I'm going to minimize this. I don't want to close anything. I might want to change it. Okay, we're still on the desktop. And Greg's phone holder is right here under the Cura tab. So we'll double click this. Cura will open up. I'm going to pause. It always takes a minute. And here's our project in Cura. Now Cura's just a slicer. You can use whatever slicer you want. This is the one I use. The couple of things I check on first is it sitting flat on the bed, build plate, whatever you make. And if it's not, you click it. You go over here to this rotate and click this little flat. And that will automatically just put it flat to the build plate. From here, you know, however it kind of rotates it how it likes it. I like it, oops, come on, more onto a 90, but it doesn't matter. And then center it. So golden, it'll sit just like that on the build plate. And then I'm going to do this one in a 2 layer height. What are my changes? Wall thickness, current changes, we'll keep those. turn that one. Oh, why is it doing this? Okay, 0.8 and 2. There we go. Perfect. I should be able to go to 1.2. There we go. I like that better. And you go right up here in Cura, and you can go manage. Nope. Well, they've changed it. I have a new version of Cura, and they've changed it a bit. Anyway, I'll have to look at that. And then we'll go down here a little further. Extra top skin. We'll want that. And this is, I mean, I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I'm not, don't misconstrue anything I say as I'm telling you anything. I'm just showing you how I do it. These are my temperatures because of the filament I'm using. And speeds are all good. Good, 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 good. All this is good. Okay, let's slice this and see how long it's going to take. 4 hours and 51 minutes. Plenty of time before work. Okay, then I'll grab the drive out of my printer, put it into my computer, and close that. And then this little tab down here says Save to Removable Drive. It is named Greg's phone holder. I'm going to take this front part off down here in the bottom left. Just highlight it and hit backspace. Oh, anyway, I'm going to pause and set up to print. Okay. Had to move things around a little bit, but it's working. Let's turn on the printer. I do have my new stepper motor. I just haven't put it in yet. First thing I like to do before I start any project is, well, everything is nice and cold, to spray that down with 99% isopropylene, whatever, alcohol. And just clean it completely. Okay. Yeah, Greg's phone. Now it came up. All right, well, little glitch. It happens. And then just go. Kind of went back a little farther. Did I do my tension? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. All right, so I'm going to pause, let that get going. And here we go. We are printing. I'm using a ComGrow build plate. You really got to push hard into them to get them to stick, but they do stick very well every time. Every now and then I might get a little edge lift. Okay, there we go. First layer's getting laid down. So I'm just going to sit here and watch it until that's done, and we'll check back in every now and then as it makes progress. Or if I just forget about it completely, I'll show it to you when it's done. And the first layer went down just fine. It's on the second. I'm just going to let her run. Go have some lunch. Okay, progress is being made. It's looking pretty good. What's it look like? Oh, yeah. I'm not really a fan of the color, but I'll live with it till it breaks. I'll change colors next time. Back in a few. Okay, and here it is. It is finished. Let me, I've got myself a little captured here. So we'll take this off the plate. It just finished, so it's really, really hot. set that down. I'm going to pause and move my big camera. Okay, here we go. This is the holder, the phone. I haven't even tried it yet, so let's see what we did. Ooh. Look at that, snaps right in. Nice. Nice. It even gives it a little, see how it has just a bit of a curve? You can see just a bit of a curve on the back. That is, that's just a nice tight fit. My corners, let's take a look at these corners here on the top knob. Let's see how they panned out. Looks like they could have been a little bit, better. Well, I don't know. No, maybe not. Those look pretty good. Yeah, that's nice and tight in there. So yeah, buttons work. I have to hide it to do my code. And so yeah, phone works, stays on. There's lots of times this is the hardest part, is getting these buttons just right. You want nice a lot of room here, and you want this one to be hard to push because that's the on and off button. But yeah, that's how I make. Look at how that hole looked at. Look at that. Look at that. Just filled the hole, plugged up this completely. This is nice and strong now. And stop. So, kaboom. Thank you for watching. I hope that helped. Oh boy, I have a camera messed up over here. I didn't realize that. Wonder what that looked like on the video, looking at the TV. Anyway, the big part's right here. So, thank you for watching. I hope this helped you in some way. These phone holders don't last long. I drop things a lot. And this is nice. It's nice inset underneath, so if it falls on its face, it's not going to harm anything. Yeah, they come out nice. This has a little bit of a rock in there. Oh, no, it doesn't. There it went. It just wasn't all the way seated. Okay, that's nicer. Yeah, good. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.